Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oliveboard. So, we are doing this great series, one shot static GK, correct? One shot revision is there, and today's topic will be National Park and Wildlife Sanctuaries. Okay, a very highly repeated topic. Often questions are asked from it. So, how to approach it? What are the things we need to take care about? Okay, I'll tell everything about it. Okay. First, we'll start with some questions. Then I'll show you about first some questions about national parks. Then we'll see some details about national parks. Same goes for wildlife sanctuaries. Okay. It is a repeated question, but questions are relevantly easy, static, direct to the point. So if you revise it multiple times, it is scoring uh, topic. Correct. So we have around 107 national parks in India. Is it practically possible to remember all of them? Tough, very tough. But we have to remember at least around 50 of them by heart. At least 50. Okay. 573 wildlife sanctuaries. So five times more than this, correct? So 573 and total protected area of India is around 5.1%. Just some basic static facts which you should know. Obviously, 573 wildlife sanctuaries, no one can remember, but at least try to remember the most important ones. Correct? There are important ones. There are important wildlife sanctuaries and national parks which need to be remembered. Okay? So, yes, let's start that. First, we'll have a look at some of the questions, how the questions are asked. Okay? So, Jim Corbett National Park. Whenever you're studying a national park, or a wildlife sanctuary, location is important. State, which state is in, or they will give the state and they can ask the park. Next comes in as feature, correct? Is it a plain, hilly, mangrove, desert, marine? Which kind of? Okay, feature is important. After location feature comes flora and fauna. So the questions can be asked on flora and fauna also. Like Sangai deer is found in which national park? Or Asiatic lions are found in which national park? Correct? So, this is how we have to approach these topics like national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Okay? Location, feature, flora, fauna. This is very important. Most these two are repeated most of the times. Okay? So, we should not get afraid of this topic. We should be more enthusiastic about it. Correct? So let us start that. Jim Corbett National Park is located in. So see, first question based on location, that is the state. Correct? So it is located in Uttarakhand. I am first showing you some questions, its types, then we will see the topic. Right? Jim Corbett National Park is India's oldest national park and was the first under Project Tiger. So Project Tiger is also very important. Okay? Now, Jim Corbett, fun fact, it was India's first national park, oldest, first national park. So there was a very famous tigress of Champawat in Uttarakhand only. Champawat, tigress of Champawat. To kill her, Jim Corbett was invited. Why? Because this single tigress had killed 430 plus people. She hunted 430 plus people she have killed alone. It is a world record. So Jim Corbett had killed that tiger of Champavat. Okay, tigress. So that is why Jim Corbett National Park is important. Next, Kaziranga National Park is famous for, see, fauna question came, no? I told, no? Flora, fauna, anyone will come. So now fauna question. Now Kaziranga National Park is famous for what? Is it for snow leopard, red panda, one-horned rhinoceros, or Asiatic lion? You should have some basic idea about which animal is found where. Some basic idea. Like if I'm talking about lions, it is in the western part of the country in Gujarat. If I'm talking about Royal Bengal tigers, it is in eastern part near Sundarbans. Correct? If I'm talking about Nilgiri Tahir, it is in southern part. Correct? Kerala. Like this is how we have to correlate geography and environment and then study. Okay? So Kaziranga National Park, it is famous for one-horned rhinoceros. Correct? Is globally known for conservation of one-horned Indian one-horned rhinoceros. Please remember this. Kaziranga. Okay? Okay. Jim Corbett National Park was earlier known as Haley National Park. Haley National Park. Okay? Simple. Next, Gir National Park is the natural habitat of, see, fauna question. Again. है ना? So Gir National Park is the habitat of what? Asiatic lion, Bengal tiger, wild buffalo, or Hangul deer. What do you think? I told you to the western part of India near Gujarat, we find Asiatic lions. We find Asiatic lions. Gir National Park. Okay. Gir National Park is the only natural habitat of Asiatic lions. Please keep this in mind. India is the only country in the world, one of the most unique countries in the world, where tiger and lion both are found in wild, open. Very few countries where both are found in open. So we have Gir National Park in Gujarat. Okay, easy. Next, we have any doubts? I hope everything is going good. Correct? Easy, simple. Let us go ahead. Ranthambore National Park is located in. See, location. Before attempting any question or any topic, get the theme of it. It will help you a lot in long term memory. Get the theme of it. है ना? So, Ranthambore National Park is located in R for Ranthambore, R for Rajasthan. Simple. Like here we had G for Gir, G for Gujarat. Correct? Gir Gujarat, Ranthambore Rajasthan. As simple as that. Am I right? So, Ranthambore National Park is famous for tiger sightings and historic ruins. Very scenic, uh, very nice. We can say forts are there, and in these forts we see tigers roaming around. It's nice. You would have seen it in many of the videos also. Correct? So this is about the questions part. This is how the questions are being asked. Now let us go and study something about national parks. Let us have some static part. This is how I explain in my regular courses also. Okay. Part 1. So let us have a look at the national parks of India. How many national parks? Approximately 107 of them are there. Correct? So national parks covering the area of 44,402 square kilometers. That is 1.35% of India. Correct? IUCN category, please pay attention here. It is 2. IUCN protected status is 2. We will have a look about it. Why I'm highlighting it, you'll get to know. The statute is, it is governed by Wildlife Protection Act 1972, WPA. Correct? Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Zero human activity is permitted. Before, memorizing all the national parks, first you should know about something about their background also. Okay? So please remember, approx 100 plus, that is 107 almost, category 2 and Wildlife Protection Act. Okay? Next. Legal basis, we already saw. No human activity is permitted. Category 2. First national park was Jim Corbett. As I told, it was also known as Haley National Park. Haley National Park in 1936. Only 5 national parks were there till 1970, and it expanded rapidly after 1972. Why? Because we introduced Wildlife Protection Act. Chief Wildlife Warden controls, manages, and maintains all protected areas. Who is this? Chief Wildlife Warden. So it is just like a district magistrate is the head of a district. Chief Wildlife Warden is a head of a particular wildlife area. Okay, easy. We already saw oldest. First was this. Some now I have brought some static facts, some superlatives which are important. Largest national park is Hemis National Park. So the largest national park is Hemis National Park, that is in Ladakh. You need to remember at least these two things. Even if you forget this, it's okay. But at least remember Ladakh Hemis National Park. Hemis, Hemis. How will you remember? So Hemis ka hemisphere. It is so big that it covers one hemisphere of the earth. Just make some story and remember. Okay. So Hemis National Park is the smallest is the South Button Island National Park, Andaman and Nicobar. Now, Button is very small in size. So, from Button, can you remember that Button? So, small South Button National Park is the smallest hemisphere, whole hemisphere. The Hemis National Park is the largest. Button is small, South Button. Kebul Lamjao National Park in Manipur is the only floating national park. Correct? Floating Kebul Lamjao. And first marine national park was Gulf of Kutch National Park, Gujarat. So see, I have brought some static facts also for you so that you are able to correlate as to sir how to go about it, because many a times aspirants get confused as to how to approach to a particular topic. Correct? So we saw some legal basis about it, some restrictions, history, and then we saw some notable national parks as per the static facts. Okay, now let us go ahead with some national parks. Who can declare a national park? The state government or the central government, both can declare. Both can declare. Correct? State government, first they will put an initial notification, then claims period will be there. Period for preferring claims is allowed to elapse, ensuring due process. In the notification, it will be highlighted where the area of adequate ecological fauna flora importance, and final notification will come, which will specify limits of area. That area will be from that date, it will be a national park. Or if the central government declares, these are the conditions. It should have ecological significance, faunal, floral, geomorphological, and natural significance it should have. Okay, so who can declare a national park? Both state government or national government, central government. What is the purpose? So, obviously, to protect endangered and threatened species, to maintain genetic diversity, animal species, maintain ecological balance, prevent soil erosion, protect water resources. Correct? serve as natural laboratories for scientific research, and to promote environmental education among visitors. These are the purposes of a national park. Okay, now I have brought some national parks for you region wise. These are some, only some, but they are region wise. Correct? Himalayan region, northeast, desert, coastal, central, western. Okay, easy. Himalayan region, we have Great Himalayan National Park, Nanda Devi National Park, and Hemis. Hemis is the largest. Correct? Remember, Hemis is the largest. Great Himalayan National Park, Himachal Pradesh, Nanda Devi, Uttarakhand, and Hemis is in Ladakh. There are many of them. I have just brought a one shot list, basic, most important ones, famous ones. Correct? In Northeast, we have Kaziranga National Park. Correct? Just now we saw a question on this. So see how quickly we can correlate. Kaziranga National Park, Assam, Namdapha National Park, Arunachal, and Manas, Assam. Kaziranga is famous for what? Can you tell me? Just now we solved a question. One horned rhinoceros. Correct? One horn. They just have one horn. Like this they have no one horn. Correct? Northeast India, we have Kaziranga, Namdapha, Manas. Many of them are there. Just for your illustration, I have brought in classes, we take all of them. Desert and semi-arid, may we have Ranthambore National Park, Desert, and Blackbuck National Park, Gujarat. Correct? Ranthambore, Desert, and Blackbuck National Park. Blackbuck का story if you know. Okay, Blackbuck. ठीक है? Next, Western Ghats, Silent Valley National Park, Bandipur National Park, and Periyar. Silent Valley, Kerala, Periyar, Kerala, and Bandipur, Karnataka. Similarly, associated with this are Mudumalai, है ना? Mudumalai National Park is there in Tamil Nadu. So these are related to Western Ghats and the southern region. And the southern region. Central India, we have Kanha National Park, Madhya Pradesh, Bandhavgarh National Park, Madhya Pradesh, Panna National Park, Madhya Pradesh. If the question comes, which state has the highest number of national parks, it is Madhya Pradesh. Highest number of national parks are in Madhya Pradesh. Can you tell me in comments how many of them are there? Can you tell me in comments how many national parks are there in Madhya Pradesh? Please let me know in comments. Okay. Then we have coastal marine. We have Sundarban National Park, West Bengal, Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park, Mahatma Gandhi Marine National Park, Andaman and Nicobar. The Gulf of Mannar, we have Tamil Nadu, Sundarbans, West Bengal. Largest delta mangrove. Correct, no? Sundarbans. How did Sundarbans get its name? It got its name from Sundari tree. Correct? Sundari tree. I hope now you have some better idea regarding the region wise national parks. Okay. So by ecosystem also have brought some distribution. Forested may we have Jim Corbett and Satpura National Park. Forested means dense forest, dense trees, cover. Correct. Then we have wetlands and riverine. So Keoladev National Park, Kaziranga National Park. In wetlands, we'll have Sundarbans also. Then we have grasslands. We have Velabadar, Blackbuck National Park, Ranthambore National Park. And in marine, we have again Sundarbans and Gulf of Kutch Marine National Park. Okay. Some national parks are Also tiger reserves like Jim Corbett National Park, Ranthambore, Kanha, Sundarban. Correct, no? Bandhavgarh. These are national parks as well as tiger reserves. So they have that dual identity. Then some of them are elephant reserves, Periyar, Mudumalai, Baksa. Bird sanctuaries are there, Keoladev National Park, Bhitarkanika National Park. So in these national parks, we have some bird sanctuaries also. Correct? So this is how you have to study. Then we have some famous national parks. Top 10 I have brought for you. Largest Hemis National Park. See, it is famous for, so you should know this fauna, snow leopards. The question will come, which among the following national park is famous for snow leopards? You should know this. Okay, Hemis National Park. Then second largest, we have Desert National Park in Rajasthan. Great Indian Bustard. It is famous for Great Indian Bustard. Very important. So some of them you can just associate with name. Hemis, Ladakh, we know. Desert, where you can find desert? Obviously in Rajasthan only. Correct? Third largest is Simlipal, Odisha. It is famous for Royal Bengal tiger and Asian elephants. Gir National Park, Uttarakhand, Gomukh Glacier. Ganga originates from here, River Ganga. Namdafa, Arunachal Pradesh. Correct? Kanchenjunga, Sikkim. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and it is a mixed site, UNESCO site. Correct? Guru Ghasidas, Chhattisgarh. Gir, Gujarat. Sundarbans, West Bengal. Jim Corbett, Uttarakhand. Top 10 I have brought for you. And now we have all the list. Correct? Who are famous from what? So Run of Kutch, 100 Tyrannosaurus is famous in Run of Kutch. Elephant Perrier, Asiatic Lion Gir, Great Indian Bustard Desert, Royal Bengal Tiger Sundarbans, Olive Ridley Turtle, very important, it was in news. Gahir Matha Turtle Sanctuary. Correct? That is why they become so important. Then we have dolphins, which is important. Vikramshila Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary. It is sanctuary is recent one. Then we have snow leopard again, Hemis National Park. Correct? Hangul, Dashigam, Dashigam. It is in Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. Correct? Then we have Sangai deer, Kabul Lamjao. It is also called dancing deer. Barasingha, Kanha. Siberian cranes, we have Keoladev National Park. Red panda, Kanchenjunga National Park. Hulok gibbon, Hulongapar Wildlife Sanctuary. Golden langur, we have Chakrashila. Nilgiri Tahar, Iraviculum, remember I told. So I have mentioned all the states also. And Ghadial National Chambal Wildlife Sanctuary. It is across three states, UP, Rajasthan, and Madhya Pradesh. Easy, everyone. So I hope it's helping. I hope we are going good. Correct? Chalo, next we have all the national parks, almost all states I have mentioned here. So you can have a look. Himachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Gujarat, Haryana, Ladakh, Jharkhand, Karnataka. So can you have a look? See, Madhya Pradesh, so many are there. Correct? Then we have Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand, Tripura, Telangana, Rajasthan, Sikkim. Sikkim's this one is very important. Correct? So these national parks, you should have an idea as to which national park is in which state. Okay? That's all with the national park. Correct? We have seen so many national parks we saw regarding their state, location, their fauna, flora, their size. Correct? We also saw by their ecosystem. We also saw by their region, which region they are in. Correct? So this makes national parks a rock solid concept. Now let us have a look at wildlife sanctuary. Again, when we are studying about wildlife sanctuary, location is important. But only difference between national park and wildlife sanctuary is wildlife sanctuaries are usually aimed to protect a particular animal or a species, any species, a particular animal. Usually, national park is general, correct? We will have a look. I'll show you how. Okay. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary is in Kerala. Okay. Periyar National Park is known for elephants and boat safaris on Periyar Lake. Okay, very, very important. So this was as per location. Dev National Park. So we are seeing a wildlife sanctuary. Which sanctuary is famous for migratory birds in Haryana? See, feature based question. Correct? Migratory birds in Haryana. Sultanpur, Vedanthangal, Chilika or Nal Sarovar. Which one do you think? So we have in wildlife sanctuary in Haryana, it is Sultanpur Bird Sanctuary. Okay. Numerous migratory birds arrive here during winter. So feature wise it is important and also it is important location wise. And obviously flora and fauna. So whenever you are studying national park or wildlife sanctuary, you have to study both of them in the same manner. Okay. 570 plus wildlife sanctuaries, it is not possible to remember. Okay. So see, I told you the only floating national park in the world is, we saw this, right? Just now we saw this. It is floating. It is completely in between a river. It is Kebul Lamjau. It is called Fumdis. Very, very important. Floating vegetation is called Fumdis. Fumdis. Okay. Kebul Lamjau National Park is famous for what? So now see, animal based. So it is famous for Sangai deer. Okay. It is famous for Kebul Lamjau. Coming to wildlife sanctuary, which wildlife sanctuary is famous for wild asses? So again, animal based, है ना? So you should have an idea as Indian wildlife as sanctuary. Obviously, it is very obvious from the option, but the question will come as where it is found. So it is found in Run of Kutch, Gujarat. Okay, it is famous for Indian wild ass. So this is how we approach wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, so one more question. Now, some questions might trap you. They will be both from national park also and wildlife sanctuary also. How is this possible? This is an example, a unique example. Dev National Park is also known as, see, sanctuary. So, Dev National Park is also known as Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. So, you should know if there are any names, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So, if there are any names which are in national park and sanctuary, is a common one. Okay. So, not always the question will come as the name of Dev National Park. Sometimes they will just replace it from Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. So you should know that Dev National Park is Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. Okay. So let us come to now wildlife sanctuaries. Let us have a look as to how wildlife sanctuaries are organized and how distributed they are. 573 wildlife sanctuaries covering 3.76% of India's geographical area. Now, Have a look here. Category 4. What was national parks category? It was 2. This is why I told you that time that consider, pay attention on that category. So category national park 2, IUCN 4. Certain rights of people living inside may be permitted. But in national park, is there any permit? No. Andaman and Nicobar has maximum number of wildlife sanctuaries, 97. Can you imagine? So the amount of total national parks in India is almost equal to, nearly equal to wildlife sanctuary in Andaman Nicobar. 97. First bird sanctuary was Vedanthangal, Tamil Nadu. Vedanthangal Bird Sanctuary was the first wildlife sanctuary. Okay, good to go. I hope you people are enjoying it. Please leave in comments if any issues are there. I'll be monitoring comments also. Okay, okay. Then we have some differences in national parks and wildlife sanctuary. If we are studying these topics, we should know the difference. Correct? As I told you, there are certain rights of people inside allowed in wildlife sanctuary, but no human activity is allowed in national park at all. Category status, I already told you, it is 4 and here it is 2. Restrictions, there are less restrictions in a wildlife sanctuary, but in national park there are huge restrictions. The area of boundary of a wildlife sanctuary is less rigid. It can be altered, but national park, it is completely fixed and defined. So every national park will have a core zone and a buffer zone. Core zone and a buffer zone. This is how a national park is. So we have a fixed and defined, and it cannot be altered national park. Wildlife sanctuary, the status can be changed, but that is not the same for national park. A national park cannot be degraded to a wildlife sanctuary. Once a national park, always a national park. Remember like that. Okay. This is just an overview. So we have almost 573 of them, I told you, geographical area, and 97. Okay. Then we have state-wise distribution. Just have a look here. Andaman Nicobar has the highest. I told you 97 alone. Correct? So this is the percentage state area, how much they are occupying in the particular state. See, Himachal Pradesh is having one of the highest. Almost 11% of Himachal Pradesh area is wildlife sanctuary. Have a look here, Chandigarh, 22%, which is quite high. And with the fact that only two wildlife sanctuaries are there. This is the wildlife sanctuary count. The total is 573. Second highest is Maharashtra, which is less than half of Andaman Nicobar. Okay. So this is how you have to remember. So we have only three places which have only one. Okay. Delhi, Lakshadweep, and Puducherry. All three United Union Territories. Okay. Delhi, Lakshadweep, and Pondicherry. So this is a state-wise distribution I have brought for you. Andhra Pradesh, we have, correct? Koringa, Gundla, Kambalkond, Koleru, Krishna, Nagarjun Sagar. Then we have Assam, Kerala, Karnataka. I don't expect, or it is not practical to remember all of them, correct? Not practical, but you should at least have a reading on them. You should go through at least once, and the most famous ones you should remember. Deepor Wheel is important, correct? Tehing Patkai is important. Like there we had Kebul Lamjao, Hemis. south button, correct? So this is important. Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, I have brought state-wise. And this is how in our regular classes we conduct all the one shot, one shot GK courses, correct? Rajasthan is there, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. In other states, we have Achanakmar, it is in Chhattisgarh, Barnwapara, Chhattisgarh, Gumti, Tripura, Sephajila, Tripura, Dampa, Nogalkham, Meghalaya. So these are important ones. You should know this. Porbitora Wildlife Sanctuary, Assam, correct? Like Baksa Wildlife Sanctuary for elephants. And it is a corridor also, elephant corridor, correct? So you should study in the same manner whenever we are studying about wildlife sanctuaries. All the list is there, obviously not practical, just a final comparison of this I have brought, we have already discussed about it, correct? As to what type of differences are there in national park and wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, so we saw questions on wildlife national parks, wildlife sanctuaries also we saw some questions, correct? Project Tiger was launched in, so such questions can also be asked. When was the Project Tiger launched? So it was launched in 1973. You have to mug up the year to conserve tigers. Okay, Vedanthangal Bird Sanctuary. Just now we saw it is the first bird sanctuary, right? First. So Vedanthangal Bird Sanctuary is located in where? Where is it located? Tamil Nadu. We just now saw this, correct? Then we have Chilika Lake Bird Sanctuary. So for this, you should know where is Chilika Lake. If you know Chilika Lake location, this question is a simple question for you, correct? So it is Odisha, largest lagoon, largest lagoon of India, correct? Which sanctuary is famous for crocodile conservation? Now, see, these we expect you to remember because they are very important from fauna point of view. So, which sanctuary is famous for crocodile? It is Bhitarkanika, is for saltwater crocodiles and mangrove forest, one of the largest crocodiles on earth. Correct? So, friends, this was all about all the national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. This is how you have to revise, structure a topic, divide it into themes, and then study. It will be really helpful for you. Correct? And whenever questions are coming, I showed you there are various types of questions. Correct? Please remember as to which type of fauna is found. Questions will come on fauna rather than direct locations. It need not be coming as direct questions. Now, how to remember some questions like this? I'll just give you a trick. Just a trick. Dashigam National Park is located near. Now, it can be anyone. It can be Srinagar, Leh, Gangtok, Shimla. How to remember? So, Dashigam National Park, Dashigam, say you remember dash cam. Car has dash cam, no? Camera is there, dash cam. It is required when you're driving in Kashmir. Why? Because the roads are hilly. So Kashmir mein when you are driving, dash cam is required. So Dashigam is in Kashmir. Some simple tricks, simple mnemonics. So it is in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Dashigam, dash cam. Correct? Now you will never forget it. Now you will never forget. Royal Bengal tiger. Which national park is famous? Very famous. Sundarbans. Right? So you need to evolve such tricks for yourself. Like I told, Gir for G for Gir, G for Gujarat, R for Ranthambore, R for Rajasthan. Like this, you have to remember. Okay. So I hope there are no doubts. I hope we are all good. You like the session, correct? Okay. Okay, friends. So that was all about all the national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. I hope you liked it. Notes will be available in Oliveboard. We try to cover all the topics exhaustively, like the way I showed it to you now. Please revise well, prepare well, and we'll be meeting soon with another topic next week. Till then, be tuned and please see previous videos. I have been coming up with this series, so feel free to watch, put your comments, like, share, and subscribe Olive Board. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.